World's strangest train stations. When riding a train or subway involves waiting in a dingy, dark, bland station, fleeing to the comfort of our cars, even in the face of endless traffic, becomes tempting. Some architects hear your pain and have designed stations that are comfortable, efficient, and interesting. Here are the most innovative transit station designs in the world. Number 10. T-Centralen Station, Stockholm, Sweden. T-Centralen is the only station in the system where all of the lines of the Stockholm Metro meet. On the typical day, the station sees around 220,000 passengers passing through, making it the busiest stop on the system. The Stockholm Metro is often regarded as the longest art gallery in the world, and the T-Centralen station is no exception. Its walls host a collection of beautiful painted murals. But the murals aren't the only interesting part of this station. Rather than adding man-made materials to the walls of the interior, T-Centralen's design incorporates the original cavern walls of the city's rocky core. Number 9. Nordpark Railway, Innsbruck, Austria. The Nordpark Railway consists of 4 stations that lead to Innsbruck's northern mountain chain. Designed by Zaha Hadid architects, the station designs change with the altitudes and surroundings as they get closer to the mountains. Not only are the stations met with spectacular views of the mountains of Innsbruck, but they also are sights in and of themselves. The unique fluid shapes were influenced by glacial movements, using materials reminiscent of airplane wings and cars. Number 8. Shibuya Station, Tokyo, Japan. Designed by architect Tadao Ando, the Shibuya Station is one of the busiest commuter rail stations in Japan. It serves over 2 million passengers each day. The station is a gateway from the center of Tokyo to its suburbs. Nielsen says that when architects are designing a station, they want a commuter's experience to be pleasant. We're trying to encourage people to use the system, he says. We're trying to encourage people to get out of their cars and take transit. Ando designed his station as an underground spaceship. Passengers are carried down into the underground flying saucer through a 3-level atrium in the station. And this spaceship is also environmentally conscious, allowing fresh air and light to travel through the atrium and ventilation shaft, as well as holding a water cooling system in the fiberglass walls, cutting down the station's power usage. Number 7. St. Quirinplatz, Munich, Germany. Subway stations can be dark and dreary and waste precious energy on sufficient lighting. Nielsen believes that daylight in a station can enhance rider experience. If you can bring in daylight through skylights into an underground station, that's really important to people, he says. It makes them feel better. Sunlight has a very positive quality. The architects of this station did not take on this need lightly. St. Quirinplatz boasts a completely glass-made shell overhead, letting sunlight into every area of the station and allowing the station to be integrated into a park. You better grab your sunglasses if you're getting on the U-Bahn. Number 6. Expo Station, Singapore. Designed by Norman Foster, who also designed the Hearst Tower, where Popular Mechanics has its offices and partners. The Expo Station was built to serve the Singapore Expo Center. It was completed in 2000. Singapore's tropical climate called for architectural elements to keep passengers cool. Nielsen says the main goal of transit design is protection from the elements, whether it's keeping people warm in winter, or dry from the rain, or out of the sun, he says. Rather than using a plain roof to make shade, the architects took a more innovative approach, creating a large UFO-like roof disc with titanium panels to reflect the sun's rays away from the station, decreasing the inside temperature. The roof also reflects natural daylight and car headlights into the station, and animates the station with reflections of the people below. Number 5. Gare do Orient Station, Lisbon, Portugal. Built for Expo 98's World's Fair, the Gare do Orient Station is one of the world's largest transit stations, and is the transportation hub of Lisbon. It holds metro, high-speed, commuter and regional rail, a bus station, a shopping center, and a police station. The station hosts 75 million passengers each year. Designed by renowned architect Santiago Calatrava, the station is distinguished by its unique roof, which places platforms on a bridge-like setting. Gothic influences can be found in Calatrava's design, which stands as an architectural masterpiece. Calatrava is also slated to design the upcoming New Jersey Path train station at the World Trade Center site. Number 4. Washington, D.C. Metro. Washington, D.C. As the second busiest rapid transit system in the United States, the Washington, D.C. Metro contains 5 lines and 86 stations, with 215.3 million trips in 2008. While in office, President Lyndon Johnson called for architecturally noteworthy stations to be in place in the D.C. area. Most metro stations boast a distinctive geometric style with a column-free interior, giving the D.C. Metro a distinctive character recognizable to anyone who has made a trip on the metro of the nation's capital. Number 3. Oleias Station, Lisbon, Portugal. The second station on the list, built for Expo 98. The Oleias Station was designed by Tomás Tavera and a team of Portuguese artists. The station, like many others in Portugal, boasts a contemporary art design in its interior, with dramatic coloring and beautifully designed tiles, allowing the station to stand as a work of art on its own. Number 2. Mall of Dubai Metro Station, Dubai. Because of the fast-growing population of the city, the Dubai Roads and Transport Authority found strong demand for a rail system and began work on the Dubai Metro in the early 2000s. Still a work in progress, the system will contain 2 lines with approximately 50 stations between them when completed. The Mall of Dubai Metro Station is on the Red Line, located right next to the Burj Khalifa, home of the tallest building in the world. Like much of the architecture in Dubai, the Mall of Dubai Metro Station boasts spectacular features. Its shell structure, which to some can be interpreted as a reference to ancient pearl diving, encloses the station with no supporting structure or internal columns. The roof allows for environmentally sound cooling and ventilation, and the skylights allow for natural light to enter the station. This design is similar to other stations in the Dubai Metro and fits right in with the architectural prowess demonstrated in so many of the structures in the city. Number 1. Hua Hin Railway Station, Thailand. One of the oldest railway stations in Thailand, the Hua Hin Station serves a small beach town, at one time the destination of Thai royalty, with trains that originate in Bangkok. While one of the smallest stations on the list, the station features the unique Thai architectural style and could arguably be one of the world's most beautiful rail stations. The station contains the royal waiting room, which once served to welcome the king and his court upon their arrival in Hua Hin.